Good Monday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to tonight's top stories, let's head outside, take a look outside our weather window. And we did have a cooler weekend than the previous week, that's for sure. And it stayed a little bit on the cooler side today. Some breezy conditions at times, but boy, lots of clear skies out there. And I'm sure a lot of you think these are about perfect temperatures for the mid and end of July at temperatures in the mid 80s. But looking ahead, things are warming back up beginning right away tomorrow. 93 degrees, a warm one. In fact, hot on Wednesday at 96. We'll stay in the low to mid 90s Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then by Sunday, even hotter with high temperatures near 100 degrees. And I'll have your complete weather forecast coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the news stories we're following for you tonight. Multiple fire agencies spent more than 10 hours battling a 3-alarm fire that caused extensive damage at Keyes Fibre in North Wenatchee Friday afternoon. A Leavenworth-area man sought by authorities for multiple vacation home break-ins has been apprehended. And a Chelan teen suffered third-degree burns and was hospitalized at Seattle's Harborview Medical Center after allegedly setting fire to a small barn at the Chelan Rodeo Grounds Sunday afternoon. But first, our top story tonight. Rescue crews have been unable to locate the body of a Soap Lake man who drowned in Alkali Lake Saturday. The Grant County Sheriff's Office said the man in his 60s was swimming with his family in the lake south of Coulee City when he went underwater and did not resurface. Deputies on watercraft and air resources from Life Flight searched until dark on Saturday, then returned with the Columbia Basin Dive Rescue Team on Sunday, but were unsuccessful in finding the man's body in the heavy vegetation. Multiple fire agencies spent more than 10 hours battling a 3-alarm fire that caused extensive damage at Keyes Fibre in North Wenatchee Friday afternoon into early Saturday morning. The fire started in an oven at the manufacturing facility and burned through much of the main building and the roof. Kay McKellar of Chelan County Fire District 1 said firefighters were able to keep embers from the fire from reaching nearby Birch Mountain. The fire was reported shortly after 1:30 p.m. Friday and forced the full closure of Highway 97A until about 10:30 p.m. McKellar said 3 firefighters had to be treated for heat exhaustion but were able to return to work after rehydrating. Firefighting agencies from throughout the region responded, including from Wenatchee, East Wenatchee, Leavenworth, Cashmere, Chelan, Orondo, and Eniat. Well, a Leavenworth-area man sought by authorities for multiple vacation home break-ins has been apprehended. Chelan County Sheriff's deputies had been seeking 33-year-old Kevin Michael Waters under an arrest warrant since June 24th. Authorities say Waters was arrested in Pend Oreille County. He was booked into the Chelan County Jail Thursday night on charges of possessing and trafficking stolen property. Waters is suspected in thefts valued at about $50,000 from properties around Leavenworth and Lake Wenatchee, as well as a March break-in at the Leavenworth Ski Hill Lodge. Another man, 31-year-old Jesse Andrew Reeder, is charged with storing stolen items from those burglaries. A Chelan teen suffered third-degree burns and was hospitalized at Seattle's Harborview Medical Center after allegedly setting fire to a small barn at the Chelan Rodeo Grounds yesterday afternoon. Chelan County Sheriff's Office Chief of Operations Kyle Foreman said the fire followed a reported car theft in Chelan at about 12:30 p.m. He said the victim spotted the stolen car about an hour later driving up Union Valley Road toward the fairgrounds. Foreman said as deputies arrived, the 17-year-old male fled on foot, leaving a 28-year-old Wenatchee woman behind who was detained by deputies. Foreman said the teen ran into a small barn, locked himself inside, and set hay on fire. He said after deputies forced entry to the barn, the sudden oxygen on that fire generated a flash that knocked the deputies backward. He said the badly burned teen then ran a short distance before surrendering. Chelan firefighters were able to keep the fire from spreading to nearby brush and other structures. Foreman said the deputies were checked at the Chelan hospital and released. The unidentified teen faces charges of possession of a stolen vehicle and arson. Foreman said he's believed to be in stable condition. Well, when we come back, a fire early yesterday morning destroyed the inside of an apartment unit in Manson. Chelan County District Court judges will require facial masks in their courtrooms. That started today. The city of Leavenworth has a new city administrator to manage the affairs of the Bavarian village. And the city of Wenatchee expected to spend about $1.2 to $1.6 million to repair and upgrade its aging public pool. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Introducing Alpine Airman. Because every home needs a superhero to eliminate poor indoor air quality, send inefficient operating equipment packing, and cut high energy bills down to size. For heating or cooling and equipment replacement, turn to the experts and the superheroes at Carrier and Alpine Air. We offer the best deals on high-efficiency Carrier products, along with friendly, knowledgeable service and incredible savings to fit your budget.
The Click It RV Moses Lake expansion sale has been extended July 21st to the 25th. Click It RV Moses Lake has expanded over 13 acres, which means you'll have the most and best floor plans and layouts for every lifestyle. And your new RV comes with a lifetime warranty. Manufacturers are coming from across the country, and there'll be banks on site with zero down and zero payments for 90 days. And check this out, you can win a beautiful Sunray camper trailer at the sale. Extended 5 days only, so hurry into Click It RV's extended Moses Lake RV expansion sale, July 21st to the 25th.
Traditional values and innovation in honoring the life of each family we serve is part of the ministry of Heritage Memorial Chapel. Our staff is committed to walk with your family with compassion through this time of grief. We are here to help and here to serve, the right kind of help when you need it most. Heritage Memorial Chapel.
Welcome back. In another news, a fire early yesterday morning destroyed the inside of an apartment unit in Manson, but it was kept from spreading by a neighbor using a garden hose. The Manson Volunteer Fire Association said residents were able to escape the fire without injuries about 4:30 a.m. off Chandler Road, but most of their possessions were damaged or destroyed. The occupants are being assisted by the Red Cross. Firefighters from both Manson and Chelan responded to find the neighbor had knocked down the fire from the exterior. Chelan County District Court judges will require facial masks in their courtrooms starting today. The county is recording a COVID-19 infection rate of about 154 cases per 100,000 people. It's the highest since May. An email to attorneys late Friday from District Court Administrator Lee Garner said everyone entering courtrooms must properly wear a mask or face shield, with the court providing masks for those who lack one. The policy will remain in effect until further notice. Garner says, quote, "We're hoping it will be a short-lived situation." Well, the city of Leavenworth has a new city administrator to manage the affairs of the Bavarian village. Matthew Selby was selected from two finalists who interviewed with the city council and members of the community last month. Selby has previously worked in municipal management posts in Yakima, Ashland, Oregon, and Massachusetts. Leavenworth has been without a day-to-day city manager since November. Selby officially begins work August 1st at an annual salary of about $154,000. The city of Wenatchee is expected to spend about $1.2 to $1.6 million to repair and upgrade its aging public pool. But the only bidder offering to do that crucial work is asking for almost $2.1 million. The city has more than $800,000 in state grants to pay for the project and is seeking $350,000 more. Parks and Recreation Director Dave Erickson told City Council members on Thursday they could seek other bids, but even in a best-case scenario, no work could start until at least the spring of 2023.
Assuming we accept the Department of Commerce grant and we don't get any other money, based on the bid that we received, the state would then contribute $833,500 to the project, and we would be on the hook then for a little over $1.3 million currently. If the scope change is approved, then the state would be providing almost $1.2 million, and we'd have to then provide about $975,000 based on the current bid.
The City Council won't take any action on the pool work until next month. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
Why is Jesse Jensen lying about Reagan Dunn? Because Jensen's hiding that he called socialist Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez a fantastic role model. Like AOC, Jesse Jensen vowed to raise income and payroll taxes for government-run health care. Reagan Dunn's endorsed by Sheriff Dave Reichert and Washington police and sheriffs. Jensen praised socialist AOC. Reagan Dunn backed our cops, and they back him for Congress.
I'm Reagan Dunn, and I approve this message.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. In tonight's features story, Washington did not hold a permitted spring hunt for black bear in 2022, and now it's possible there'll be no hunt in 2023 either. The Washington Fish and Wildlife Commission voted 5-4 on Friday to direct the Department of Fish and Wildlife not to draft a bear hunt proposal that would have been voted on this fall. The majority says state policy governing the hunt needs to be revised before a season can be approved. Wenatchee wildlife biologist John Lemkool was the deciding vote, while Commission Vice Chair Molly Linville from Douglas County voted against the measure.
It goes without saying that this is a controversial issue. We've had roughly 30,000, more than 30,000 public comments on it. We've discussed it extensively for almost 2 years now. And I don't think it's fair to the staff to ask them to put the work in to simultaneously prepare rulemaking when we have not decided as a commission what our policy on the spring bear hunt should be. I think we should get to that. I think we should do it. And so the point of this motion is to ask the commission to determine what our policy is on spring bear before we engage in rulemaking.
Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great weekend, and I hope you enjoyed the cooler temperatures. Only 82 for our high yesterday. Yeah, I know. It was very windy out there and plenty of wind today too, but look at this beautiful shot looking down at the Wenatchee Valley from our cross camera up on Wenatchee Heights. Temperatures today got about 84 degrees for the Wenatchee area today, and that's just a little bit below 89 where we should be for this time of year. But it's all going to change as we head into tomorrow. It's going to warm up all over north central Washington and actually all over the western United States. In fact, the whole country underneath a heat dome right now, and it's going to show its ugly head, if you want to call it that, tomorrow around our area. 93s just about everywhere. Moses Lake, Ephrata, Quincy, Wenatchee. We will see 93 degrees, just a little bit cooler in the higher elevations, but still plenty warm. Most of us going up about 8 to 10 degrees from our high temperatures today. Let's take a look at tonight now, and I'll show you kind of why we're seeing that. Here's just the edge of that heat dome. Low pressure moved through. This is the wind that we had yesterday and today. It has moved through now into Montana. We'll see temperatures mainly in the lower 60s tonight, less wind. And here's why. Look at all of this high pressure out in the Pacific and 2 areas of high pressure also inland. And that's bringing all of that warmth into the Pacific Northwest. And we are going to feel that tomorrow, as we mentioned, with high temperatures generally in the low 90s. Warming up from there, though, as we get into Wednesday, sunny and hot. Look at the entire country, the orange and red colors, at least 90 degrees, and we're going to be in the mid-90s for Wednesday. Going to stay there on Thursday, too, with even more sunshine. High temperatures right around that 95-degree mark, and not much change for Friday, except maybe slightly cooler temperatures, if you call low 90s slightly cooler. And then guess what? We're going back up as we get into the weekend. Sunny and hot. Here's our little dome once again of high pressure right over Washington State. We're going to see some of the warmest temperatures of anywhere in the country. Not so much Saturday in the mid-90s, but when we get into Sunday, sunny and even hotter. We're going to see highs then in the upper 90s to near 100 degrees. Let's take a look now at that 7-day forecast. 60 degrees, very comfortable overnight tonight. Warming up tomorrow, 9 degrees from today into Tuesday. Even warmer on Wednesday at 96. 95 for your Thursday. It looks like our coolest day will be on Friday at 93 degrees. Sunny and hot as we get into Saturday at 94. And even warmer on Sunday. Sunny and hot with high temperatures near 100. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
I'm John Volan, and I'm running for judge here in Chelan County. For more than 20 years, I've upheld the rights of the local community as an attorney, trial lawyer, and part-time judge. This fall, I'm running for district court judge. I'm highly endorsed by the legal and local communities for my thorough, fair-minded, and just approach. I'm the only candidate with civil, criminal experience, but experience as a judge as well. This fall, vote John Volan for Chelan County District Court Judge.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Yes, it's me. It's my husband. I think there's something the matter with him.
It was a feeling that I'll never forget, like being able to meet them and know that he survived.
Okay, tell me what's happening. Is he conscious? No, he's not. Okay, take a deep breath for me. I'm getting you help.
Rivercom means to me that I still have my husband here with me. They're the ones that guided me through saving his life.
I'm Sheriff Brian Burnett. I developed local relationships, built trust regionally, and brought statewide resources to build a safer Chelan County. As your sheriff, I will continue to enhance safety during these dangerous times. Now is not the time to get soft. Trust my continued leadership to protect our quality of life and your constitutional rights. Your vote matters. Vote Brian Burnett, Chelan County Sheriff.
Connect with us on Networked as we introduce you to the people and organizations who are leading innovation in the region. Get inspired, engaged, and networked right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
The NCWLIFE channel offers marketing packages that help you build your brand and sell your products and services. From traditional TV ads to targeted digital campaigns, let us help you build your customer base. Call NCWLIFE channel today.
News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCWLIFE channel.
sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Monday to you. Make that 14 in a row for the Seattle Mariners. Seattle heads into the All-Star break as the hottest team in baseball after a 6-2 win over Texas Sunday to give the Mariners their second longest winning streak in team history. Chris Flexen got the start on just 3 days rest Sunday, and Marcus Semien looked to help the Rangers end Seattle's streak early.
Well, he goes after a 3-0 and he hammers that ball deep out to left. That is gone! 13th of the year for Semien.
This is drilled down the line. Is it high enough? It is. It is gone. Cal Raleigh just continues to mash. He clubs a 2-run homer over the wall in right field, and the Mariners have taken the lead in the 4th inning. France, a charge to left field, and this ball is to the second deck. All-Star tie France adds on in the 5th inning. What a cannon shot by the Mariners first baseman. It's a 3-1 Mariners lead. Julio spanks this out to left center, driven way back and off the wall. This will bring home 2. Frazier is in. Haggerty in his jet stream. He crosses, and Julio Rodriguez nearly gets it over the stripe for a home run. Instead, he'll settle for a 2-ribby double, and the Mariners lengthen the lead. It's a 5-1 advantage in the 7th. Line almost picks off Julio. It's past Seager to the gap. Julio being waved home. Julio Rodriguez motors to the plate. He scores standing. Ty France just keeps on driving in runs. He has made it a 6-1 Mariners lead in the 7th inning. Seager a fly ball out to left center. Winker's got his eyes set. He puts the squeeze on it, and the Mariners won it again today. Of course they did. They have won 14 games in a row, and they are hotter than the sun. They have won one shy of the all-time longest winning streak in franchise history. Their 4th consecutive series sweep. They have won 22 of their last 25 games. And they go into the All-Star break on top of the world.
That's a lot of fun there. Prior to the ballgame Sunday, Ty France learned that he would be an injury replacement for Mike Trout on the American League All-Star roster.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. It was about 45 minutes before game time, so I was just getting ready for the game, and Skip, called a team meeting real quick and announced it, and next thing I know, I'm getting dogpiled by everyone. So it was pretty cool.
Did you have any idea it was coming, or did you just kind of resign yourself to saying that so many other players have been at it, just not my year? Yeah, I got a little late, and I was, kind of just planning for the All-Star break as, a relaxation, and, but very, very lucky and fortunate, and I'm very excited.
Manager Scott Service says his team just keeps finding ways to win, but could certainly use a little time off this week.
I said it yesterday, I don't know what to say. This group is a special group, and we are riding some kind of a momentum high right now, and it's what baseball's supposed to be. This is a stretch we're in. I don't think anybody will ever forget it, but what a way to end the first half. Unbelievable job by our pitching staff, the bullpen, the starters. Everybody has chipped in here along the way, and this has been some kind of ride. We need a break, okay? And it's hard to say you need a break when you win 14 games in a row, but, our pen is, the guys are gassed right now. So getting 4 days off will really help. We'll come back and looking forward to that homestand, and I know our fans are going to be out behind us. It really is. It's just a kind of a relentless stay after it, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to describe it. But, even you're in that game today and you don't know how it's going to play out. We're a little bit thin pitching-wise, but you get big outs from different guys in the bullpen and just an inning at a time, grinding through it. You look up, and we're on the right side of things again. So we're all looking forward to the break and looking forward to getting back home.
No other team in Major League history has had such a winning streak heading into the All-Star break. Another American League West action Sunday, Stephen Vogt's RBI single in the top of the 8th broke a 3-all tie and led Oakland to a 4-3 win over Houston. The A's took 2 of 3 from the Astros to help Seattle climb to within 9 games in the AL West. Well, the Mariners head into the break with the second wildcard playoff spot, half game behind Tampa Bay and a full game up on Toronto. By the way, the Home Run Derby tonight happening now at Dodger Stadium. Julio Rodriguez bracketed against Corey Seager in the first round. You can watch the action on ESPN. Wenatchee Apple Sox dropped a heartbreaker to Corvallis Sunday at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, 8-4, the final in 12 innings. It was the second extra inning game between the two teams over the weekend, as we hear more from the voice of the Apple Sox, Joel Norman.
The Apple Sox fell to the Corvallis Knights 8-4 in 12 innings on Sunday afternoon to drop 2 games in the 3-game set with their longtime West Coast League rivals. It was a heck of a weekend series between these two teams as the Apple Sox first fell in 10 innings on Friday night 7-5 before picking up a walk-off win on Saturday, but could not capture the series victory on Sunday. Wenatchee would rally to tie the game in the bottom of the 6th inning and send it to extra innings, in part thanks to the great effort and relief from Hunter Gibson as he tossed 5 shutout innings, striking out 6 along the way. Corvallis erupted, though, for 5 runs in the top of the 12th inning. Wenatchee got 1 back in the bottom half, but that was all, and they dropped 2 of 3 to the Knights. They are off on Monday, but take on the Kamloops Northpaws in a crucial series here in the second half as both teams look to battle to get that second half playoff spot, or at least one of the 3 remaining ones in the North Division. With your Apple Sox update, I'm Joel Norman.
Thank you much, Joel. Other West Coast League play on Sunday. Hunter Dryden and 2 relievers combined on a 9-hit shutout as Ridgefield won over Springfield by a score of 3-0. Port Angela scored runs in each of the final 5 innings to beat Cal at 7-3. Kobe Sandstrom's 2-run double capped a 3-run rally in the top of the 9th to lead Nanaimo over Bellingham 4-3. Russell Young's grand slam home run in the bottom of the 8th gave Victoria a 5-3 win over Yakima Valley. Michael Campagna hit a 2-run home run and drove in 3 to lead Portland over Bend 9-6. Josh Williams' 3-run home run at the top of the 7th gave Walla Walla a 6-4 win over Kelowna at Elk Stadium. Despite losing 2 of 3 to Corvallis over the weekend, Wenatchee still holds onto a half-game lead in the second half standings of the North Division. Kelowna and Victoria sit a half-game back, while Edmonton is 1 game back. Well, a huge crowd turned out for a fun night of racing at Saturday at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval. In the Thunder in the Valley, as they called it, fantastic open-wheel racing. East Wenatchee Shane Mitchell drove around everyone to win the Rockstar Energy B-Mod and Speed Tour B-Mod main events. Wenatchee's Trucker Moore was second, followed by Colby Holiday. Meridian, Idaho racers finished 1-2 in the Speed Tour Sprint Car Shootout main events. Colton Nelson was first, Ryla Rogers second, Everett's Cameron Neisinger came in third. Checkered flag flew for Pasco's Rhodey Hayes in the West Coast Vintage Racers main event. Kelowna, BC's Bill Lawrence finished second, followed by Spokane Valley's John Coogan. Seattle's Dwayne Swanson was first in the Northwest Focus Midgets main event. Meridian, Idaho's Gabe Sessler was second, followed by Burion's Marty Rosler. Super Oval down for a couple of weeks before returning for Les Schwab Night August 6th. The B-Mods, Roadrunners, Dwarf Cars, and Vintage Modifieds scheduled to race. That's a look at sports. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thanks, Grant. On the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, my guest will be F. Skip Moore, the Chelan County Auditor. The August 2nd primary is here. What's on the agenda for the show tomorrow, Skip?
Big thing is going to be, let's talk about how to get your ballot back, when you should be receiving it, and how we're going to work to make sure that we can count your ballot.
Skip Moore, Chelan County Auditor, on the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Dan. And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for being with us and have a great night.
It has really been a great partnership between Succession and NCWLIFE. It's not always easy to sit in front of a camera or a microphone, but you guys have made it a really nice process.
Watch Vibrant Living, brought to you by the Wenatchee Valley Senior Activity Center. Find out about programs and activities for ages 50 and over, and meet amazing seniors who contribute to our community. New episodes Sundays at 1:30 p.m., replayed throughout the week on the NCWLIFE channel.
News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCWLIFE channel.